What is the
Mm-hmm.
job of a line producer? We're going to start at that level.
That is a fantastic question. You know, line producer, I like to describe it as the producer who is, you know, boots on the ground from really the start of pre-production or even a little bit before pre-production until we finish filming. I'm there on location from, you know, the day we open offices till the day the offices close. You know, the very first thing I'll do is do a schedule and a budget for the film because, you know, obviously before you're going to make a movie, you need to know how much it's going to cost. So, you know, I do a lot of budgeting for projects, and it's talking to the filmmaker, talking to the, you know, financiers, the producers about, you know, what number are you looking to make this for? Here are the things you might need to do to the script. Like, we can't have that giant sequence on top of the Eiffel Tower if you want to make it for the number you're going to make it at. So that's sort of the first step in the process. After that, you know, it's choosing a location. So talk to the director, talk to the producers for the production company. You know, this script, you know, maybe it's good for New Mexico, or we should look at Canada. We should look at Eastern Europe. We can make this really should be made right here in Los Angeles. Possibly, you know, Milwaukee. So, you know, we do that, and then it's putting the crew together. So, you know, once again, working with the director on the sort of key department heads, and then all the way down, you know, from top to bottom. So it's, you know, hiring the craft service people, hiring the caterers, you know, the PAs, the medics. And if you put a great team together and you make a great plan for the film, once cameras start rolling, it's really just working with the director, working with the other producers. You know, I'm the sort of liaison with the crew. A lot of line producers in the industry have a reputation as, you know, sort of like Dr. No. You know, directors joke about it. It's like, you go to ask the line producer, it's a straight up no, sorry, we can't afford that. But, you know, I try to be more flexible because, you know, at the end of the day, it's the director's vision that is the reason everyone's there. And if it's really important to them for some scene or some element that is, you know, wildly outside of the budget, maybe, you really have to try to figure out how to make it work. I found that I learned more in, you know, my first 2 months working on an actual feature film than I did in 3 years of grad school. I tell people now, you know, young people who want to be working in the industry, you know, whether it's in production or acting or whatever, don't worry about film school. Just get in there at an entry-level position and start making movies. And you'll just learn so much by osmosis from watching the people around you. Really, I just wanted a job when I got out of school, you know, that got me into, you know, somewhere adjacent to the industry. I mean, if someone had offered me a job in a catering crew, I would have taken that. And a friend of mine knew about a film that needed an entry-level person in the accounting department. You know, the job title is accounting clerk, and you're basically, there's big stacks of papers. You're just filing invoices and paychecks and contracts. And I fell into it. But what I did was I wouldn't just file papers. I would, you know, read everything that I filed. So, and, you know, this is material that nobody has access to. Some of the producers don't even have access to some of this. So, you know, I would know, you know, what this prop cost. I would know, you know, how much, what kind of a deal you could get on a techno crane rental. I wouldn't just file, you know, George Clooney's contract. I would read through his whole directing contract and learn how, you know, contracts are written. You know, I would learn all the union, there's big thick manuals on union guidelines for SAG and IATSE and the DGA. I would read all that stuff just to absorb how films get made, because it really is the intersection of every department. When you're in accounting, you work with everyone, everybody needs to spend money, everybody gets paid. And so I got to see kind of the whole big picture of how a film was made. So yeah, I tell people, look, even if you have no interest in being an accountant, get into the accounting department and you will just learn everything there is to know about every aspect of the business. And then you can, you know, branch off from there. Just get that first job as a PA is really the hardest part of it all. I truly believe you work hard and stick with it. there's a place for you in this business, and it's incredibly rewarding.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.